What's up? This ain't for you. This is not for you. Waiting for the luck. One. You did your best. He knows I have these. So she's being all sweet. Oh, yeah, I'm on to you. They're pretty good, yeah. I give her a little piece. I made the mistake of giving her a small piece. She's like, oh, shit. Here we go. Yep, she's on to me. I know you got him. Come on now. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right. Yo, what's up, Bloods? Okay, never say that again. He's just patiently waiting. Yeah, that's what she wants you to think. I've been exploring the idea of missile kills and then the double X factor kills. The cost of about 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds. That's not gonna hit. I already know all the patterns, but I turned. It also depends on my health. So 2.5 seconds lost here. If I escape Dragon with bomb jump, I can do a 1 farm or no farm. Which then saves me 4. I don't know, it's tough. There's just so many factors that goes into it, the end game here. You blame me. Nice, nice. Good to blame me. That's the worst pattern because the fucking hitbox is so trash. Yeah, it was close. Stupid room 1. That's so shitty too. Because I got nothing from the first, a small energy from the second, small energy, nothing. So in case I'm like YOLOing, I also came up with this. Let me show you here. Came up with that because the waivers are decent. And then I would skip these if I got a super or something. So that's one possibility. You know, this is about a second and a half lost. Yeah, this is what I came up with. I don't know if... I'm sure there's much nicer things, so you need to jump a little bit later, I think. A little hop there. Not bad. That's just for the waivers, though. I don't know. I don't think these fellas drop good shit. Because that was a waiver I just killed, right? What's their drop rates, even? Ain't good. Looks like missiles and health, mainly. And these are 25. Oh yeah, it's very low. It's not even worth thinking about killing the gamers for that. And the waivers are what, 25? I think. You have no supers entering Torian. Yeah, so this is something, I mean, worst comes to worst, I could just, you know, do this, lose a second or so if I'm like desperate. Because if I do that and I'm kind of YOLOing and I bomb jump out, it's still faster. Yeah, I don't really have much about this, you know, it's just been trying to save frames on this. I did find a frame saver that I was kind of overlooking in this room. Yeah, 2% is not good. So I can get 720s now instead of 7 4Xs, which was kind of average. That's good. Got normally average 7 4X. With getting grabbed or what? There you go. They'll grab. Oh, okay. That's got to be really weird and extremely difficult, I'd imagine. What are you killing the first Metroid with? So I fire this down, I freeze it, and then I super. That. These I freeze, quick switch to supers. Same with this. Supers, item cancel, shot. The first missile is pushing the Metroid down. You see the Metroid right now? If I don't do that, it's up here. And then I run and I miss that drop. Sometimes you can miss 2 drops. 2 drops. 3 drops. So what I do, I pick this up from Zoast as well. Knock it down, then you collect everything. Thank you for the luck. Yeah, it's all good. We'll get more runs. Do I still hate Zoast? As much as I hate you. Actually, no, that's not true. No, Zoast is great. Just warming up and stuff. Lohan, thanks for the 2. Thanks for the luck, just too hot. Well, what you said was stupid, so. Thank you, Broanda. It pushes the baby Metroid downwards. Whoops. Yeah, hold on, Drewski. I'll give you like a quick rundown because are you doing a setup that I'm doing or what? I'll show you like my findings with it, I guess. Well, yeah, you can do this. You can get grabbed. So let's say I have enough health. This Rinka actually delays your death. Now, it really depends. I don't know if it's actually worth it. No, because you can just do that. So, when I said that, I didn't know it took that long for the Rinka to come out. Because sometimes I've gotten hit by that Rinka and it's actually saved me. So, not too much to do with it. It's more of like, if the Rinka's popping out, you can utilize it to like get hit and then it doesn't drain your energy. Nope, every Saturday. I've been doing them every Saturday now for a couple weeks, so. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now, so. All right, so what I found with this skip is there's a couple of things. The main thing I'm gonna focus on at the start here is so the visual cue is the same. Like when the green kind of gets right there, that line in the background, kind of when it goes above that because it's lenient. I lay the bomb. See this silo with all the lines? That would be the middle. The middle or slightly lower than the middle. Then I start running. I stutter on this pipe. Now what like Emmett does and some other people do with this setup, they stutter super late, which is good because that's the whole point of this. It really gives you lenience. But what I found is if I stutter early, like right here, and then I swing my first jump a little bit wider, it swings the baby more left on the second jump. Hold on. and then it allows you to get a little bit more lenient. So let me see if I can mess it up. So if I was going to do it this way, like everyone kind of does this setup, you do a super light stutter, right? That was kind of jank, but it's getting close, right? You can tell it's just closer. So when I was practicing with this, I was having a tough time. Even that's a lot closer than it should be. So if I just stutter early, it seems to kind of get the baby Metroid closer to Samus, to where that's so much time compared to the last one. So when you're nervous in runs, I feel like you really need to make sure that this is perfect and you aren't going to fail it in practice. Because in runs, you're probably going to be nervous. It's not going to be as precise. So if you can do it to where it's like exceptionally good in practice, like you give yourself a lot of time, then it should be good. And what I found was like that's so much time. Stuttering early is what the key was for me to be more successful. And then one thing I do, there's the highlight and the silos in the background. So for the second jump, I try to touch the white silo a bit. I try not to break the dust with the dust emer or whatever. It happens sometimes, and then as you're falling, shoot, and there you go. So those are the visual cues I use. Yeah. Pretty much if I see that my first jump is jank or my second jump is kind of weird, I will then revert to a 4 jump. That was just weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it, Drewski. Just stutter earlier, swing a little bit wider on the first. Use that highlight in the background. I didn't figure it out, no. Use the highlight in the background to kind of use that as a visual cue for your second jump, the turn. It pushes the baby down. Make sure you're falling before you shoot the Metroid. I find that helps as well. Like that. So yeah, good. Just like that, stutter earlier, swing wider, get to the highlight in the background, fall, shoot, jump. Oh, I forgot to do this, hold on. Gold, I'll get you your gold here in a minute. Well, luckily it doesn't just save me time, it saves everyone in the community time. So that's good. Doing well, how are you? Thank you, Nick. You want me to start over? I can go over the key points really quick. Visual cue, same as yours probably. You want me to go through the things real quick? Well, real quick, briefly, so you can do something with it. Stutter here instead of here. So you do this. You do that. I do this. Swing wide on the first jump. Use this highlight in the background on that silo as a visual cue when you touch that turn. Make sure you're falling before you shoot the Metroid. That easy. Arm pump as fast as you can. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. How do you stay sane? Practice. It's fun. You know, I gotta remember that I love what I do, and I really get a lot of enjoyment out of this. There is a disco color, but it's too distracting for me. Yeah, I don't have it active right now. So. Basically just consistency and a good mindset with it. So. No, I think it just gets fun or more fun. Everything is really, I don't know, it becomes very surgical and it's very fun to try to push the limits because all my room times and runs can be improved on in practice by a shit ton. So it's fun to try to, you know, improve in actual runs. All right. Yeah, the drops at the end were awful. I got really fucked over by the pirates. I just needed a couple missiles, which is very common. But, yeah, it is what it is. Yes, it's necessary for the clip. Drewski, are you in here? Or did you leave? For work. I think Drewski left. I can't pinpoint any hardest room. Thank you. Bye. No, I'm confused on how in the room time spreadsheet, Drewski is saying that he gets a 402 without arm pumps. Well, let me see something. And I've seen it before as well. I know it has to do with first frame. I think that was first frame. Is it not? That looked good to me. 404. All right, well, this is not productive. Hold on. Like 2.5 seconds if you do it right. Oops. Need to go more towards the middle of the bomb. Oops. Let me do this real quick. Let me get a couple of successful jumps here. Too soon. Good. Okay. Now let me do bomb jumps. It's a little weird, but There we go, just a little bit quicker. When I was just winging it, I kept getting stuck back towards the bomb. Yeah, it's because you don't tap. In the tutorial, I explained when you come back to this, you have to tap right. So if you don't tap right, that's what happens. Or that still worked surprisingly somehow. Like that, or, you know. You watch my inputs, watch my right input right there. When I come back to this bomb. See that? A quick, like, release, press kind of thing. Yeah. For a baby skip, yeah. I'm about to agree to ban you, Caleb. All right. Well, maybe stop agreeing. You're too agreeable. You know? Jesus. All right. No. Oh, just being toxic again. Yep. Yeah, anyways, yep. Bro. I already practiced stuff that I want to practice. Thank you, checklist. But yes, I already got that all down. Did I practice ripper skip? No, because I'm not an idiot. Well, I'm an idiot, but it's a different type. There we go. Yeah, it's tough because you want this ledge grab to be clean and quick, but it's scary. That's just the fastest way to do the room. Like, significantly faster. Okay, this should be pretty fast. Oh yeah. Probably not gonna do this in a run because you can like sneak in between here. If you do it just right. Where is that? There's a sneaky maneuver in here. There it is. Yeah, it's really sweaty. Normally I would do this. Still very fast. I've gotten this in runs. Even though it's not really faster. What? That didn't work? This is ultimate sweat. There we go. 2:30:11, easy every time. That's a good save too. That's lucky. Well, maybe we'll see. But steam is an issue. What I like to do is this hop at the very top. This seems to like balance that out, where you can more often than not get that mid-air morph. Like a bigger jump hit there. That's the only problem though. Depends. This theme can still be weird. 3 now. That's probably the best seat you could get there. If I can get this. There's gotta be one. Perfect arm pump past that one. Oh, nice. You just arm pump past it. There you go. All right. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's quite a bit, but all right, I'll do one rip or skip. Hey, 652, not bad. All right. Oh, that might be the second best time. Second best room time ever. I know Drewski has a pretty good time, but it's pretty close. Versus this. This is what I normally do in the run. And I bonked, but yeah. Oh, something like that. It's more, you can say 45 frames, pretty much. Is this can get close. What I just did was almost the best room time, close to the best room time with the rip or skip. Because this little shit right here is insane. And it went like really clean. So it's like some task shit with this wall jump. You know, like wall jump, ledge grab, jump instantly. Yeah. Skip. I actually timed it. It is it's faster by like 1.3 seconds to skip. However, Vin Fantoon just fucks you over. Is it worth? No. The charge missile skip or the Ripper skip? Ripper skip, no. Charge missile skip, no. Gotta go for the 1%. That's like screaming at... I'm not even gonna compare myself to an athlete, but that's like screaming at an athlete, telling them to do some obscure shit so they can get like a millisecond or a centimeter further on their jump. It's like, okay, Colin, if you could just go ahead and do this shit. I heard my cousin did it. My nephew did this in high school, and it got him an extra centimeter. And then they look at you and they're like, what the fuck? You're like, then you drive away on your rascal scooter. I'm just saying, fuck you. Can't even take advice. It's like, thanks, Chad. Appreciate it. Ballad, thanks for the Prime Gaming sub. All right, so I'm gonna go grab some water. We're gonna get started on runs. Hold on, I gotta delete my previous VODs here. I will run out of storage. Oh, I should be fine for the day anyways. All right, BRB. Stop making excuses and execute.
Dakota Evolved Cheerdex 200, European Post Office, Meditating Businessman, 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 European Post Office, Meditating Businessman.
Stop making excuses and execute.
Slim _ Java Cheerdex 200, European _ Post _ Office, Levitate, European _ Post _ Office, Levitate, European _ Post _ Office, Levitate, European underscore post underscore 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 office, levitate.
All right. Sorry about that.
Stop making excuses and execute.
Remy _TWG.
Remy, thanks for 200. Low Mana, thanks for 50. Slim, thanks for the 200. Dakota, thanks for 200. All right. Big dubs.
Galeb Hard 42 cheered X 300. Oats back from his break from all the shit he takes, chat throwing nonsense, and at this rate he gonna make the hate train down, putting chaos on the plate for the chat to say hey, fine Oats okay. Watch him run through Brinstar dodge and Spore spawn, the other runners frown upon the skill Oats brings like a ray of sunshine at dawn, playing so smooth, got the charged missiles, didn't skip him though, that's okay. Fantoon gonna show the world that he ain't shit compared to Oats.
Thank you, Caleb. I was about to pull up a non-copyright beat just to go with that, but next time I'll have it ready for you. Just me on this game is seared into my neurons. Hey, me too. Alrighty, I suppose let's get going, goddamn, fucking dip and beer in my hand and fucking get going, goddamn. I don't think I dream that much about Metroid. Every now and again, though. Certainly, this has rewired my brain in some way, right? Just like anything you do for an extended period of time. Okay, I think we should be fine. Let me start my recording. So I have a high-quality recording just in case something goes wrong. And it didn't work. Close. Sure. That. All right. Input display is working. All right. Yeah, Mother Brain definitely freaked me out. That was probably the scariest part about it. Meditation prep. I don't really have much. I chill and then I practice before I stream a little bit. So I like to try to get in practice before I stream because I want to do like focused warm up, I guess. No, I actually switched back because I don't want to deal with inconveniences, I guess. But I have been contemplating on playing on it. Good news, Oats. They're throwing $30 million worth of Funko Pops into landfills. Wait, really? Is this like E.T.? E.T. all over again? Funtoon has the time. Well, that's, man. I wonder how many, like, Funko Pop collectors are gonna, like, try to go to that landfill. All right, fellas. Mission, Funko Pop. Rescue. Thanks for the luck medal. Thank you, Blood. Yeah, I mean, if you can link it, the article if you want, but if it ain't exactly the article you're talking about. Oh wait, no, you can't link it. Don't we have isn't there a filter? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Light. I ain't got none, all right? I got nothing to put in the bag. Just do what you gotta do. Yeah, we'll see how I'm playing today. I feel fine. I didn't go to the gym today because I'm sore as hell. But I did go on a walk through a lot of snow and slush. That was a workout. But I'm feeling fine today. Yeah, it's starting to warm up here and like rain, and it's just nasty. Yeah, I go about 4 to 6 days a week. Anywhere in that range. It's pretty good. No, but I think that would be cool to do indoor rock climbing. I've done scrambling in Boulder, Colorado. That was fun. Well, I've been doing weight training, yeah. I've always had big shoulders, though. I had to do physical therapy when I was very, very, very young because I have something that makes my shoulders dislocate. So I've always had big shoulders. No, I'm not that big, but my shoulders have always been bigger. Right? Keep dreaming, buddy. Memes are healthy. Thank you very much for the raid. What's up? Demon's already here to give the shout out. Yo, memes. All right, go ahead and raid Oats. We're gonna shout you out, bro. Fucking demon right on it. What's up? How you doing, memes? How you been? What's up, Charles? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Nah. Shout out would have been fine regardless. Crack. Yeah, first run of the night. This is a warm-up. Warm-ups all night. Yo, Charles, you recover from that mead? That looked like it did a number on you, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, I watched some of your runs, I was like, oh no, that got to him. That Viking's blood. I tried Viking's blood and I couldn't drink it. It was way too sweet to me. I don't know if that's what you were drinking, but... Too late. Get back up. Okay. Alright, good quick backup. Dragon's Milk is also way too strong. That's like a dessert beer, honestly. Golden Drake, or however you say it, is good. I actually like that. That is a good beer. Mountain Moonshine? I've had Mountain Moonshine, aka Apple Pie Moonshine is what you're talking to. Yes, I've had that. And that's also sweet, but the moonshine is so goddamn strong. I'll roll with it. The warm-up. I want more Viking's blood. Hey. Yeah, space yourself, Charles. You are so strong. Why are you being sarcastic right now? Sitting here playing video games hunched over like a shrimp. You are so strong. Skip drops just because I need the time save coming up here. Okay, thank you. Yes. Down back? Nah, the down back is just a meme. It's fast, but it's really difficult. And if you mess it up, you just lose time, and it's a small time save. Yeah, I just haven't really liked mead whenever I've tried it. It's just not my thing. I like the idea of it. Where does that sounds? Oh, nice. That's the real gold. That's probably a... Whenever I gold this segment, it's by 1 frame. I'll look back at this later, and it's probably by a single frame. Like, my last 3 golds, I've shaved like 6 frames off max and 3 golds. It's so hard to gold this one. Unless I, like, change strats and kind of YOLO it. Dryer. Same with wine. I don't like sweet wines, unless it's a dessert wine. Thank you, Hemirovsky. How are you? Okay, I'm not reading all that, Young Falcon, but I appreciate the effort. Something about animals. Yes, I agree. Yes, those are animals. I don't know what peated scotch is. Oh, okay. Peat in scotch. Oh, so like mezcal or whatever for tequila. Peated scotch is just kind of aged in probably smoked barrels. I'm okay with smoky stuff, but it really needs to be complemented with something. Or else I'm not a big fan. Like the mezcal or whatever, I need to be eating something that really is going along with that smoky. Or else just drinking it, it's torture to me. However, I really like it if it's paired, right? Other than that, it's too much smoke for my taste. So Viking's blood must be on the very sweet side, right? 'Cause I've had that and like one other mead, and I didn't like either one of them. Just that easy, folks. Yeah, it was too sweet for me, like I said. Yeah, these are golds by like frames. I just basically played consistent. I didn't do anything crazy. Because my ice split, I still have like a second gold there, but I think it basically just tied or like minus a frame or 2 or 3. I don't know. Just a really good segment is all. It's just a warm-up. Just a quick warm-up. I'll go ahead and save my health. It's kind of nice saving the 12 health here. Hey, Owl, thanks for the 19. I figured. Okay, I'll take the loss here. Not that big of a deal because we get like 3 or 4 of these seconds back. That was a quick recovery, so not bad. This is closer to a 2014 elevator. So, hey, Just Marbles, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that. No, you lose HP doing that. So it makes Lower Norford more difficult. Okay, good enough. I don't like this at all. That was a safe bet to do that. Fine. Okay, I'll take the 1 super. Good. I still have more emote slots. Twitch started giving out so many emote slots that I just can't fill them all. It's impossible. So I just filled up 7 TV so everyone can just have emotes. That's a problem. That's also a problem. All right. Let's look at these golds here. I don't want to continue with that. It's just too brutal. Oh, nice. Okay, so gravity split was 1 frame, I'm pretty sure. And then ice beam was 1 through 3 frames? I don't know. It literally did nothing for my sum of best. All right, good warm-up. Good warm-up. All right, hold on. I need to put in my peppermint eye drops. These things, I talked about... The last time I put these in, I got the PB, so my eyes are just burning. Kevin, thanks for tier 3 for 11 months. All right. God. My eyes have just been so dry lately. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a tissue. You see what you guys do to me? Stop making excuses and execute.
D_Kevin cheered X200. Y'all got any of that one note tomato?
Stop making excuses and execute.
Explotoaster cheered X200. Cat, bat, rat, dop hat, 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 cat.
All right, thanks for 200.
Dop hat.
Thanks for 200.
Bat, rat, dop.
All right. My eyes feel better. My eyes feel pepperminted up. Hey, Finn. How's it going? Oops. Yeah. Oats, dude, you have dry eyes. So using eye drops that help your eyes not be dry so you can actually have them open and not feel like they're crusting. That's called doping. Yeah. Oh, that's good, Finn. That's good. Wait until you guys hear about the crack that I do. Whoa. Yeah. And make those eye drops seem like nothing. All right, anyway. When I started getting really dry eyes, I feel like they just feel like crusty, but they're not. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. It feels like you have shit in your eyes, but you don't have anything. So, yeah, they've just been really bad lately. Yeah, taking a dump. Taking a big fucking dump. Yeah, it feels like you have like tiny sand pebbles in your eyes. If I gave you my hand, would you take it and make me the happiest man in the world? Yep. Won't you be my girl? I've been there, done that, Vendrus. I think I've developed a good way to go about my splits now. I used to do that quite a bit back in the day, but I do like to understand what kind of pace I'm on down to like the second, because I could guess pretty well what kind of pace I'm on, but I need to base some decisions based off my pace, you know. Like, decision making gets very, very like crucial at this point, so I kind of need to know what's going on. Oh yeah, yesterday was record pace, so I was going to I kind of had it planned out. I wanted to make it to where my best possible time was 4:43 or less. So basically, I just needed to get supers, of course. So Metroid rooms or whatever, 3 jump, and then just simply getting Zebetite skip. That would have put me very close to my gold. My gold is good, but the only way I can gold is if my Metroid rooms are like insane. So as long as my Metroid rooms are average, I can be within a second for like a second and a half. Or sometimes 2 seconds, depending on how many missiles I have to use, but... yeah, we just got fucked over. Then I was going to, I was going to play my little heart off on Mother Brain to try to make it record. But, yeah. Is a 4, 40, 41. So it was close. I mean, you know, regardless of what it was going to be, it was going to be a great PB. But it's just tough, you know. That's the way it goes. After getting that run last night, it's really opened my eyes to like actually see that a 43x is very, very, very possible any run. Because I still have time to save at Ridley. Now that early game was great, but I don't need an early game that great. I just need a slightly better, it's like a teeter-totter, right? My early game is like kind of close to my PB, maybe a second or two better. And then my Ridley is just a little bit better. Then that's the same pace. And then if I actually save the time I should save at Varia, that's almost a 2x pace at that point. So. But yeah, it's very cool to see that potential there. It's incredibly difficult because playing that good when you're on a run like that, playing that good regardless of your pace is hard, let alone when you're on an insane run, like the potential God run, you know. Yeah, just be. No, there's nothing easy about this. I've been grinding this for a year now, minus some time taken off for Kaizo. So what, like 7 months, 8 months of like a bit more focused grind with already like 9 years of experience leading up to this. Yeah, it's not easy. Kaizo was brutal. Potentially, we'll see. It'd be cool to get my times lower. I know they've found a lot of stuff and there's new tricks I could learn. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not running Kaizo again. Hell no. I was talking about Dread. How long was I away when I did Kaizo? A couple months, 3 months. I don't know. Somewhere in there. Oh, okay. Just making sure. I just got back into Super Metroid, honestly. This game is my one true love when it comes to speedrunning. Dread is great, though. Charles, we're not going to create issues, are we? Did I not upload it to speedrun.com? I will then. I mean, I've ran some Metroid a little bit, but to actually run it, no. What emote? The bean emote? I have it. Unless you're talking about something else. Unless you're talking to Charles. Okay. Zost is not a fan of speedrun.com. So he puts his, he like links his gear tier on speedrun.com. I know he had an issue with all the advertising, and when it switched hands and everything, there was issues, and didn't like the direction it was going, which is fine. He's entitled to that. So he puts everything on gear tier where all of the runs were to begin with. I'm not sure. Thank you for the luck. Thanks for checking out the stream. Welcome, welcome. Knave, you are exactly what I'd expect to see in here. Yep, that's the kind of message I expect. Just making shit up. Just hearing voices and shit. What, who said what? Oh, it's... we're not getting much snow, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Thanks for coming around, UCAP. What's up? Going good, keyboard. How are you? Eason. Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. How are you? Thanks for the 29 inks minus. Yeah, about that. Yeah, it's a hard 12 seconds. A fast might be an issue. I only have 9 missiles. A fast mid or a mid would be a little bit more ideal, to be honest. Oh, man. This is a serious issue. It's instant close. It couldn't get around the flames very well. Tough. Huh. Man. Slow, fast, slow, 11:01 kill time. That was just tough. I couldn't really get around it. Uh-oh, Frank. Later, Gator. Thank you very much for 3 months. What was my entry time? 10:07. My best entry time is a 10:05.2, I think. Which I believe that's the fastest entry time yet. So that was pretty close to it. Thank you, Rodrigo. Yeah, it was good. It was fun to get a taste of a run like that. Oh no, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. I don't know. I wanted to, but like, if I go to GDQ, I don't know if I'm gonna submit anything. I assume Zenny and Zost will get their co-op in, so that'd be cool. But I don't know if I'm gonna submit anything. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see that run. So, the only problem is that would be neat, but I feel like that run, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that run is better suited not a race because there's a lot going on that needs to be explained. If that's a race, I feel like it's way too complicated. Like, not a lot can be explained as it's happening. It's more so who beats who. but you need to like explain everything that's happening in that co-op run, or else the audience is going to not understand anything. So I don't know. I think it would be bad to be erased. Basically, whenever I get my goal, I'm gonna be chilling. We're gonna be doing all that stuff. I'm gonna be doing the Dread Rando pretty much first order of business once I get that. I don't know about Dread, but you know. Oh, nice. Not expect that to be a 39. He has a decent end game. His strongest split is Varia. Varia and Dragon, pretty solid splits. It's 5P shots. Then it's is it 3 or 4 missiles? I don't know. I just do it. 4 missiles, and then the belly comes off, and you fire 3. Yeah. Charles said I could also be castrated. Wait, what did Charles told you that? Wait, what? Yo, Charles, you in here? Thanks, Sour. BHE stands for Behemoth. But a Minky gun. Oh, what the hell is that? I don't think I've ever heard Behemoth say those words. Good. We just got started. He's just second place. That's it. Nice to compare. It's a good missile drop. I am third, yes. I'm 1 second away from second place, and I am 12 seconds away from first place. I don't know about that, Gloom. This run could end in about 20 seconds from now. You just need a good early game and a good mid-late game. If you get a slow, the world record with that, it's possible. But yeah, you have to play quite well. Not perfect, but quite well. No, I still fast with slow splice, I believe. I don't even know if that was 5 or not. Does anyone know? Was that 4 or 5 in the second portion? Oh boy. This is not good. Damn. Well, we can still continue this, I guess. That was rough. I just couldn't get around that flame at first, and I tried to correct it on the first pattern. Am I getting health bombed? Definitely a potential. Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. My health is very bad. So, resources are okay other than that, but it's pretty much equal to a slow. I've had slows that are faster than that, though. I'm pretty sure it's 62 seconds. Why did you unmorph? Okay, I can't continue this. My health is already too low. If I had full health, I could continue that, but I do not. We'll start again. It's a good early game. Yeah, I did that because I like resetting. Yeah, that makes sense. You know me. Well, I mean, getting the Fantoon fight that I got, which was equivalent to a slow, and then the health. Yes, those were the biggest issues. If I had full resources there, we would have been just fine. Oh, try not to get it next time? Thank you for the suggestion. You are very wise. Even though I didn't get a slow that time, I was just saying it was equivalent to one. What's up, Bolshar? Not at the moment. No. I played last season. But trying to stay away from this season so I can just focus on this. And other things. Don't pick up your phone then. Calls you on your day off. Sorry. Who are you? Yeah, it's a massive time sink. You shooting too early because I'm trying to optimize. That's my arm pump. I'm excited. But I'm also trying to not be too excited, I guess. I don't want high hopes. I don't want a lot of expectations, or I don't want to have high expectations. Blizzard is dead. Don't support them. Well, I'm playing D4, so what do you want me to do? I just hope D4 is good. That's all. I probably will too. Haha. You are literally the perfect example of most Twitter users. Don't play that shit. Don't support them. And I say, well, okay, well, I'm going to play the game, so sorry. And you go, yeah, me too. Hey, except most Twitter users don't say they're going to do something. They just keep saying the first thing. Anyways, you summed it up perfectly. But yeah, anyways, I just hope it's good. That's all. I'm worried. Obviously, it's not going to be like their mobile monetization model, which is worrisome, but I mean, it won't be. It won't be. It literally will not be. They have a different monetization strategy with mobile games. So could it have monetization in some sense? Or could they slowly trickle it in? Yeah, but it won't be as predatory as mobile games. Nothing can reach that level. They have that down to a T for mobile games. I'm not going to lose 4 seconds in the first 5 minutes. Sorry. Didn't some guy spend 100K? Oh, there's probably plenty of people that spent 100K. Yeah. My favorite content when that came out was the people that like were super like white knighty. They were riding and dying for Diablo Immortal. And them spending their retirement fund on it. Well, just let me do what I want to do. It's fun and... Okay. I want to spend 100K, then, you know, is what it is. It's like a game in and of itself. Jesus. Imagine going to a casino to have fun with the flashing lights, but the outcome is literally nothing, and it eats your money and spits it back out at you to where you can't even tape it back together. It's just worthless. But, oh, it's the flashing lights are very fun. And the game's on screen. That's what those people were... That was like cope. The Diablo Immortal people that spent thousands, that was like max cope. It was kind of sad, to be honest. Yeah, that hit extreme levels. Nightbot equals God. A Niv bowing down to Nightbot? You'd be better off putting that 1K into a slot machine than putting it into a Diablo Immortal. Like, if you had $1,000, you would be infinitely smarter putting that into a slot machine than into that shit. Regardless of the outcome. Thank you, Reggie. Do not put 1K into a slot machine. All right, here's the thing. I'm all for, like, entertainment. I love gambling. I love poker, blackjack, all that. Responsibly, though. And you go into it understanding that all of the money that you have is going to be gone at the end of the night. That's it. There are no but. But I could win some, though. Sure, but you can't even say that. Don't even say that. You're going to lose it all. That's it. Every last penny you walk in with is going to be gone. That's the expectation you should have entering the casino. It should be entertainment purposes, you know. That's true, memes, yeah. Yeah, you know what? It was a good bet, honestly. It was good. But, you know, this is the year. I've heard rumors of the Switch 2 coming out, so it's coming. Metroid Prime 4 is coming. Hey, thanks for the 1,000, Kevin.
1,000. Gambe added.
Great investment. Not really. Thank you very much. Thank you for the bomb or the missile there. Yeah, this is a run. I wouldn't say it's the run. Guys, please don't get attached after bombs. Let's not go down that very dangerous road. Let's not do that. It's a very slippery slope. What's up, Vivid? Yeah, because all you're doing is you're setting it up to where you're going to get a broken heart, and then you're going to start lashing out at me eventually because you're getting irrationally attached in the first 5 minutes of the game. The easiest 5 minutes of the game. Well, easiest because of it being played the most. That's what I mean. Like, I consider this segment right here probably harder in terms of, like, really, really good optimization. And then it just gets harder. I consider the next one pretty hard because Fantoon is a whole ordeal. And then Wreck Ship is very difficult. Kind of just gets harder. And then Upper Norfair is one of the harder sections of the game to where everyone loses time. Then Lower Norfair is even harder than that, in my opinion. Then the Escape is probably harder than that. It depends if you include Ridley or not. Okay, whew, let me bypass that one still. Good early game. All right, we messed up Red Tower pretty bad. Still 827. Not bad, not bad. There we go. Just rushing it a little bit too much. Slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna see if I get a missile here. Nada. I rarely get a missile from that fly. It's actually really annoying. I know the drop rate is fairly high for it. All right, that's my third sub 10 door time in a row. And I messed up Red Tower. Pretty good. Man, this is really bad patterns today. Only 5, but we can work with that. Maybe. Okay. Not terrible, actually. I'll take that fast. Ooh, what? What do I even do? I'm going to not damage boost here because I think that hopefully that increases my odds of getting missiles from the atomics. I'd assume so. I don't know if it's guaranteed missiles, but... Can't remember how that works. Missile. Okay, not terrible. I think it is guaranteed missiles if you have full HP. Well, no, it might be a super missile as well, I think. Okay. A pretty high chance for me. Well, there's still a lot that I don't know about the drop rates because a lot of this I didn't know until recently because I've been studying. And there's different tiers of drop rates that I was unaware of. Obs, thanks for the gifted sub to NG. Appreciate that, Obs. King Hydra, thanks for the 55. Decent. Yo, anonymous gifter with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you very much. It's a lot of spam. My bad. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's already been all done, Mr. Fox. There's different tiers of drop rates you can read up on the wiki. It's a little bit confusing. Well, it's because there is no filter for percentage of light, so... It's always 100%. So that's what you get. Old Soul, thanks for 26. The question's already been answered, everyone. The world record is 112.53. If you're talking about a casual, I don't know, quite a while. Depends on your time. I'll try my best, Finn. Thanks. It depends on your prior knowledge, I guess, of the game is what I meant by that. Flash Frost, thanks for the raid. How are you doing? All right, not terrible. Not terrible. What's up, barbecue? I guess I'm not holding down long enough there. I need to keep that in mind. Just hold down longer. I have enough running speed. That's very weird. Still got the time save on that at least. I'm gonna do one in. Damn. I was hoping for 2 supers and I was gonna guarantee 2 out, but this is just really rough if I don't get anything. It's potentially pretty bad, but... Yeah, it's a little bit hard at first, but once you get it down, it's fairly consistent, and it's quite fast as well. It's sub 6. And then kind of the average Bubble Mountain right side is like 440-ish. Depends on how you do the damage boost. So it's not that bad. And you get the super pretty easily. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. I think this one's, no. No. I'll be right back. Yeah, I took my sweater off. I'm playing well. I'll probably just stick to runs, regardless of what my resources are. Definitely want to get some runs going. That last one just hurt me to my core to see 1 super and 4 farms. That was sad. Yeah, same. It's a little weird. I don't know how I like this. Yeah, well, we're just warming up anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is kombucha peach out tea. A little weird. I really like kombucha, but it doesn't taste like kombucha to me. Well, I mean, look at any kombucha. It's probably going to have the exact same ingredients because this is literally just kombucha, aka black tea, green tea, fermented with sugar. That's how you make kombucha, right? And then just peach juice. That's it. With peppermint. I like kombucha. I didn't like it at first, but then it kind of grew on me quick. We gotta shake it up. I get it though. It's like vinegar, you know? Almost at first. Like a really good fermented kombucha can be a little bit harsh. Wait, what? You gotta, okay, so YouTube Oats is a collection of clips, all right? That's like, Oats, you're funnier on YouTube, dude. Yeah, it's because the whole stream is boiled down into a 3-minute clip. I'll try my best. YouTube Oats plays better. Do D's nuts. Yeah, why isn't Oats making me laugh every minute like he does on YouTube? Well, you guys want good gameplay, or you want me to start screaming at you all the time? You one or the other. I can't do both right now. It's too hard. Once I'm done with my goal, then y'all get whooped. Satora, thank you so much for the raid. What's up? How was the practice? Definitely cool to see you trying this game. Whoops. Yeah, just give it time. I mean, it's really up to you. It's a very rewarding speedrun. Like, once you start to see results, it's super rewarding. Well, if you run the new route, we get Spazer, so it's optimal with new route. So get on practice and start doing new route. Then you can get it guilt-free. Spazer is optimal in this route, yes. All right, take it easy. Thanks for the raid. No. Nah, it's optimal to skip Spazer in 100%. For sure, Scotty. What's up, man? cutting a little too close to that first waiver. I'm getting a little too comfy jumping fast there. All right, this is fine. Thank you, Captain Cookie. Yeah, I've had a couple PB paces since then already. Need to get the run. Damn, that's my worst door time out of the last 5 runs. I get 10:09, 10:07, 10:09, 10:12. It's a really good door time. Man, no mids. Yeah. Well, I think there was one earlier, but. Five, I think. Man. I'm not going to continue it anyways. Of the top 3, I do have the fastest Fantoon door entry time, yes. Alright. What's up, Drewski? Hey, thanks for the 469.
Mr. Swole tipped $4.69. I've been drinking about of this drink I call Swole tea. 32 grams of matcha powder, 30 grams of pea protein, 8 ounces of whole milk and 8 ounces of hot black tea. It really gets me going and gives me a ton of energy for the day.
Yeah, my door times tonight have been 3 sub-10s. One of those sub-10s I messed up Red Tower. And then I just had a 10-12. So I'm washed up now, I guess. 10:07 as well, earlier. My eyes are so dry today. It's awful. Well, just examine, like, what room do you lose time in the most, right? Like, either slow it down or work on it, I guess. better door transition there. Yeah. I guess it's what I try to do is I try to, if possible, I try to leave missiles above bomb Chorizo so I get just what I need. And then, so I can sometimes just scoop up the rest when the fight's done. Or just start jumping just a little bit earlier than you normally would. Take the slight time loss, very slight time loss to try to scoop up more of the missiles. Yeah. Thanks, Reggie. Yeah, that was funny. It was probably by like, yeah, like 5 frames total on both. Thanks for the $12.
Kindly Gothukatus tipped $12. 8.
8. Okay. I appreciate that. 8. Yeah, this and 100% are a lot of fun. This is kind of just like the bread and butter of SM, you know? Any percent. 100% is very challenging. And at higher levels, it's a serious, like, test of endurance. So I'm definitely excited to get back to that. I know it's going to be difficult, though. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a heck of a grind. Why, you in the market to buy some or something, T7, or what? Oh, yeah, that was from Kindly Go Fuck a Cactus. Yo, nice. Yeah, that ain't happening in metal. It's a little bit harder than that. Oops. Almost sub 12 with the slower method of climb. It's not bad. Surprised. I'm doing good. Doing good. Been plugging away on this, trying to get our time down to a goal, and then gonna chill for a little bit and do some other categories once I'm done. For fun? Yeah, sometimes. I'm gonna be doing a Dread Rando. But other than that, I'm not sure. But Niv, this run is fine. Fuck you. Jeez. Yeah. Luckily, that's only like a 40 frame loss. Not the worst, but. Do you do the jump off? God, it's such a... You save like what? Half of a frame doing that? I hate that strat so much. What room times do you get in runs with that strat, Brewski? Forte, thanks for the 4 months. Yeah, so I can get like 1125 with the other strat, so I don't know, that strat just seems awful to me. When it comes to consistency, if you're not like 90% consistent when it comes to only saving like 5, 6, 7 frames, it's just not worth it in my opinion. If it was a much, much bigger time save, then maybe the consistency could be less, but you know. Yeah, thanks, Ashino. How are you? Not too bad for those mistakes. Yeah, if you can get that consistent, then that's fine, you know. Should, by all means, go for it. Almost sub 7. Very good. Yep. I was worried that the ghost was going to appear there. Fast, fellas. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Thanks. Please. Not terrible. I'll roll with it. One of my best paces had a mid-mid. Not quite as good as that one, but it's close. Ah, good resources. Really just wanted missiles. But the health is, I guess, still nice. What are we at? A 1324? I don't know. It's not bad. Use a power bomb when going down to Fantune only on your way out, because it's much, much slower to do it on the way down than it is on the way out. On the way out, if you don't use a power bomb, you have to bomb a block. You lose like 2 seconds. Oh, still a 22. Never mind. I misread those. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good too. How's Dread treating you? You know what I'm saying? I just find that consistent, even though it's slightly slower, because I open the door and I hit the gravity block at the same time. If you're not careful and you angle down and you get too much run speed, you can actually go through gravity suit and run through the door. But if you don't open the door, you'll just run through it and not get gravity, and it could be slower. So I just like the consistency there. It's just preference. Yeah, I've ran through gravity and out the door before. It's very annoying. Whoa, I didn't think I landed properly. Okay, so backed her up. Stop, cock. Yo, Nova. I think he's talking to you, brother. Yeah, yikes. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're in a race and you skip that, that's just so sad. Takes like 3 minutes to go make the loop. Would have liked that. Yep. There goes my gold. Sigh. All right, very good early game. Let's go. All right, hold down longer here. There we go. Been messing that up. Thanks for the power bomb, I guess. Okie dokie, artichoke. I'll commit to a 2-farm regardless. Very good. Fine. Okay, pretty good so far. A little far forward. I'm gonna try a different strat here. Yeah. Backed her on up. Hit that there the good old time and bring back the fucking good old Riddlers and the real sub 70. pretty lucky on that, but hit the pixel. This is... Thank you. Oh no. I'll make sure that hits. I'm very busy right now. Hold on. All right, not too bad. No, I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you guys. Not terrible. Yeah, pretty good resources. Maybe. That's pretty close. A little bit low. It's not gonna work. Damn. No, come on, game. I need these splits. Or the... Yeah, damn. Let's say I need these drops to appear first. Close one. We lost a lot of time there, though, unfortunately. I was just barely too low. It's all good. Good attempt. Solid. We'll finish it out. That's why we don't get attached. Too much hard shit. Yeah, good warm-up, good warm-up. Well, not at this kitty. Or else I still wouldn't be playing it. All right. I need some health. Thank you for the kind words. We'll get it. We'll get it. In due time. Not this run. I can't PB this run. PB is long gone on this one. It'll never happen? Yeah, you're right. No. Nope, that loses way too much time. I didn't get, I escaped Dragon's room slow, and I didn't get Spark Suit, so I had to damage boost across. So I'm actually surprised I only lost 14 seconds, to be honest. So let's finish off strong. Let's see if I can still get an insane time with the completely botched Dragon and no halfy or no Spark Suit. I didn't even look at the Ridley time. It was a 68. I'm surprised that was a 68. The ending didn't seem clean, but Zelda, thanks for the 16. Nice. That's cool. A lot of supers. I'm gonna do the easier method of this room. Like 64 or something.
Stop making excuses and execute.
Ryu Vincent cheered at
Thanks,
200.
Ryu.
Gee golly,
Appreciate
Mr.
that.
Rance. First time watcher, and I just want to support
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
with
I gotta focus
You
because I
are
still
one
want a
of
good
the
run.
most nicest
Thank you, man.
Twitch streams on YouTube, and couldn't imagine anyone getting banned in your chat.
Stop making excuses and execute.
Ryu Vincent cheered X 200. Ryu Vincent cheered X 300.
That's a big time loss. You idiot. That fucking turret is such a cock block, dude. Well, I mean, it wasn't a PB, but it would have been nice to finish the run. Thank you, Ryu. Appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna take a break.
Stop making excuses and execute.
An enemy 87 cheered X200, European Post Office, meditating businessman, 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 European Post Office, meditating businessman.
Stop making excuses and execute.
D_Kevin cheered X200, a teenage boy is getting ready to take his girlfriend to the prom. First he goes to rent a tux, but there's a long tux line at the shop and it takes forever. Next, he has to get some flowers, so he heads over to the florist and there's a huge flower line there. He waits forever but eventually gets the flowers. Then he heads out to rent a limo. Unfortunately, there's a large limo line at the rental office, but he's patient and gets the job done. Finn.
Stop making excuses and execute.
Thank you very much.
D_Kevin cheered X200. Finally, the day of the prom comes. The two are dancing happily and his girlfriend is having a great time. When the song is over, she asks him to get her some punch, so he heads over to the punch table and there's no punchline.
It's a good one. That's a joke. Alright. That right there was a joke. Alright. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. That was a pretty good run. unfortunate that I didn't get my big time save at Varia, and then Dragon, it just sparked a little low. I need to sit there and lab out Spark Suit for just hours. Because, I mean, the stupid part is in practice, I can get that shit consistently. It's just tough. I need to find like a more consistent method for me, or like visual cue or something. I do not, Dora. Thank you for the 200.
Go Fuka Cactus Cheer Dex 200. You can do it.
The only time I'll have a craft single is on a grilled cheese. Pretty much it. A craft single is necessary on a grilled cheese or a cheeseburger. Those are very necessary for those. You can have a cheeseburger with something other than a craft single, but hey, all I'm saying is if a craft single is good enough for Anthony Bourdain, it's also good enough for me, okay? Thank you, Reggie. Well, it doesn't need to be cheese then. Whatever that is, whether it's cheese or not, it's damn good on a grilled cheese or a cheeseburger. Oates seems like the elitist that hates craft singles. Love his stream though. Wait, what? I'm defending craft singles right now. The fuck? Are people listening? They're just making shit up.
Stop making excuses.
Thanks for 200.
And execute.
Masters N0009 Cheer Dex 200. Hello Oish, how many times do I have to tell Windows I don't want Windows 11? I've had to revert my computer cause it forced it upon me.
I don't know. I don't know. No means no, Windows. I use Windows 11 on my laptop. It's not that bad. Yeah, I'm fine with it. That's a little weird. Good enough. Oh, Verb, thanks for 37. Windows 95, nice. The real OG. All right, let's get back into it. A little bit distracted from last run, but. Yeah, well, too bad, peanut butter. Too bad. Wait, I should say it's the best possible time based on task simulation. Wait, what is? Yeah, I literally already reset before you even said that 50-50. Thank you for the advice. Are you going to tell me to reset again? I already did. Gotcha. Too slow. Burger, thanks for the Prime Game sub. That's a damage boost. Good. We almost had a insane run, but I just messed up the Dragon fight, and then I didn't get the Spark suit, so. But we were ahead by, what, 8 seconds? 9 seconds? I don't know. I think we're ahead by 7 seconds going into the fight or so. 7 or 8. Thank you, Reg. Bonk. Yeah, by the looks of it, I think we were going to be Best possible time was going to be a 36 or a low 37, leaving Dragon if that fight went good. If I had the health, I was going to YOLO, because I did come up with a strat to farm the waivers in Terminator. If worst comes to worst, you know. Based off of my sum of best. It's just my sum of best, which is 40.01. And then if I, let's pretend that my bomb split is 1 second off my best bomb split. So I get a 439.5. The best possible time will turn into a 40.02. So it's just based off of what I've done in the past. So best possible time in a run can actually go down if I get a gold split. Because then it goes, oh wow, you beat that, so now your best possible time is this much faster. Yeah, it's just based off of my sum of best. Amazing how good these room times can be. So in my mind, I'm telling myself to slow down. And I'm still getting like really, really good room times. Sometimes even better than when I try to speed it up. Yeah. I feel like I'm going slower, and sometimes like the room times are much, much faster. I'm like, shit. I don't know what I did different, but... Yeah, it's just, I guess, about being just methodical about what you're doing. You know, slow it down, actually look at what you're doing. Helps you be a little bit more precise. Sometimes it's really hard to like focus on Samus and everything when you're speedrunning this game. Sometimes a lot going on. I bet you do. Yeah, I think if I had an eye tracker, you guys would be surprised at what I actually look at the entire time. Like, my eyes just go from visual cue to visual cue to visual cue. Sometimes like a dozen or more times per room. Downpour, thanks for the 16. Right, Ma. Thank you. God, I hate this strat because sometimes when you try to go into ball, you just start flinging around wildly. Just all wild like. Yeah, it really depends. Like sometimes I'll use my peripheral vision, or I won't look at Samus at all in the run. Like I said, I'll look at a lot of visual cues when the screen is scrolling, or how close Samus is relative to certain cues and stuff like that. I'm trying. Yeah, but I bet if you talk to all 100, like top 100 Smash players, they would tell you probably that, but there'd be a lot of nuance involved. At a high level, it's not just staring at your opponent, of course. Yeah, you gotta smell your opponent as well. Smell the fear. All right, we take those. It does make sense, though. Obviously, in a fighting game, you should be seeing exactly what your opponent's doing. Any fighting game, you have to react. Headless, thanks for the 13. I actually imagine that in Smash or Melee, you look at your opponent less than you do in other fighting games. Because a lot of fighting games, there is no platforming, right? To where you probably just stare at your opponent in most other fighting games, you know? Seven, so 6, I think, unless I missed one at first. I think that was 6, 4, and 6, I think. Don't do it to me, don't. Okay, not bad. Oh, that flame there was kind of rough. I had to avoid it so I didn't get health bombed. Ooh, health is pretty bad. Health bomb might have been nice. Just gotta be careful. I really can't even continue if it is a health bomb, so I have to take the low health always over health bomb. Getting health bomb from Ridley is a little bit different. Sometimes it's favorable. Need health if it is. Okay, thanks. Because I just didn't splice this section properly, so just blinking. My bad. Well, that was weird. Okay. The truth comes out. Oh, it's... Man. It's called item cancel. So whenever it's blinking, if you use it once, it goes away. So we use it. We use that strat quite a bit in the run. Just to use the one missile, super, or power bomb, and then it goes back to nothing. Your normal shot. Just needed the one. We're good. It's a comfort thing. They're both pretty equivalent. Yeah, I actually timed it with a video. I did both sections as like clean as I could, and then I did a comparison video to see the exact difference, and it was very close. Pretty much done optimally. They're both almost exactly the same time. Left and right side. I am, yes. Nice try, Mr. Fox. I like the left side because it eliminates all those ledge grabs, and it's about the same speed, you know, so. Thank you, Smug Whale. Man, I almost got a gold with farming the power bombs. That's crazy. I don't like having one missile here, but we'll deal with it. Or I'll get another one, thank you. Would have preferred a super, but... Thank you, Brandis. It just means that it's the best segment you've ever done, according to your splits that you have saved. Chicken wings. I do like some chicken wings. Hell yeah. Second place. This is what the BE splits are. I don't know if I can make this jump. I'll try. Okay, barely. A lot. Wave beam is super useful, and it's along the way. Now. Yeah, we'll see. I need some supers. Coming up, but see what I can get. Powerbomb. Powerbomb super, that's a weird combo. Hesitant to do 4x factors with this. It's fine. We didn't get it anyways. Try not to take that hit. You're dead. Don't do this to me, please. You're gonna end up killing me, aren't you? Fuck. Alright, well, we'll try our best. We have time to save. Oh, really? That's a lot of small energies. Jesus. It's terrible. Am I bonking? It's hard to tell. Poor Onyx. Yeah, go review that puppy manually. Count the frames. Only one super missile is a little scary here. See what I can get. I really need to get hooked up. Oh, goodness gracious. Have mercy. Does that put me at 6, 5, 4? Oh boy. Super. Missiles can help as well. It's gonna be a struggle. If I cared what people think, I wouldn't be wearing this. So don't worry, chat. Ah, you fucking... God damn it. I had this set up. I just fucked up the input. I mean, funny enough, it's not the worst, but... Yeah. This is not pretty. Yeah, runs toast, but I'll try to finish it up. That lost us about 15 seconds in total, all of that. All those shenanigans. Yeah. We'll deal with that. Should be good. I'll try this. I need to practice this anyways. I'm not getting any drops. See ya. Alright. Yeah, I've just been, my timing's like super off with that lately. Worth trying to do it, but if I go into practice though, the timing's I'm just gonna nail it. I'm gonna get like 9 out of 10. So it's just a dumb trick. Yeah, it's mainly about the first frame. There's 2 frames you can on-morph. One of the frames makes it to where you can lose your spark suit, and that's like GG at that point. So I just need to practice essentially that first frame. Dragon was fine. Dragon, the Dragon fight was perfect. But yeah, Dragon's room has been an issue, for sure. Yeah, okay, asshole, deep fried stew. Yeah, really dragging your feet tonight, huh? Friendly. That's not the strat I came up with. But drops. Funny part is with this, I still need to rely on a drop. Well, kind of. Kind of not really. I just need one missile or a super. We'll finish it out. What happened to the run? Basically what happens at every single run. There was a mistake somewhere. Bot swoon was an issue. My resources were really, really bad. Entering bot swoon, and then I messed up the double X factor strat on bot swoon, so that was 10 seconds right off the bat. And then Dragon fight went really well, but I couldn't get spark suit, so it cost some time. It's been a while, CJ. You still playing? That was good. Yeah, for sure. Same. I actually considered switching to PS5 controller for it because I haven't played in so long. Like now would be the perfect time to switch. I'll go back. There you go. All right, so this is a pretty big time save split. It's one of the bigger ones in my PB. So let's see if I can do anything with this. Well, I just about shit myself there. Fucker, what are these patterns? Chill. The garbage ketchup phase. Yeah, Mother Brain's gaming right now. Jeez. Did you change your interlacing or am I tripping? Good or bad? Okay, so I made some adjustments, but not really. Like, I made very minor adjustments, but I didn't make any adjustments to the interlacing, I don't think. Oh, no. Are you just bullshitting me? No, the ketchup was invisible because whenever there's too many particles on screen, the game cannot... The game reaches its particle limit or whatever, or, you know, its sprite limit. Unless you're memeing on me. What's up, Andy? How's it going? Thanks for 78, man. Nice recovery. Made the fight almost equal. All right, so I was trying to gold split this, but Mother Brain 1 was, or 2 was so garbage. I got absolutely fucked from Mother Brain 2. I was trying to just save time, actually. This is one of the kind of bad segments in my PB. I did put some practice into this escape, though, so it should be looking a lot cleaner, hopefully. Very bad Steam. Somehow still nearly saving time on this. Wow. Not bad, actually. All right. It's not bad for a beginner, I guess. Not a bad beginner warm-up time. Yeah. Well, we've almost had 3 runs tonight be PBs, so that's pretty sick. Yeah, decent warm-ups. Yeah, not bad. What? It was going to be record, but I decided to sit at this ship for about 45 seconds just for funsies. Yeah. Got to really stretch it out for content here. Okay, Amazon Music, I don't care. All right, so I'm gonna call her there. Couple good runs. Sorry, I'm just not feeling super alert right now, so I'm probably just gonna rest. Thick run though. I apologize for the slightly shorter stream. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna rest up. I'm going to practice. I'm going to chill. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.